Okay. I don't know if you can hear me. Oh, yes, you can. Yay. Yay. I possibly have like the sweetest cat in the world. Really, I possibly have the sweetest cat in the world, but he is clumsy with my electronics. Yeah. So, he disconnected my microphone just like right as I was trying to reconnect it when it came on. So, yes. Oh my goodness. Okay, let me find um see, I moved everything so that I could reconnect. Haha, here we go. Hello, and how is everybody tonight? I'm so excited to talk about this because several people have asked me about candle flames and candle magic, and I, typically, I got to be honest with you, I do everything intuitively. Um, some could call that lazy, whatever. But when you just have to like see what the candle is doing for that particular instance, so that you can like get a better feel for it. It's like looking at the cards. When you look at the cards, you see one thing, but it could have a different meaning for someone else when you read for a different person or a whole different situation. You could see something different in it that you haven't seen before. I feel that way about candles. However, I want to give you guys some basics, some overviews. I've done a lot of research. I love research. Y'all know that. Hey, Kelsey. Hey, Lori. Hey, I'll do my best to be attentive. There's severe thunderstorms headed my way. Thunderstorms headed my way with 60 miles. Holy crap, and hail. Kelsey. Dang. All right, well, Kelsey, I'll definitely have this on rerun, just in case. Okay, so I want to talk about a little bit of the history because this seems to be coming up quite a bit too. Because I think you guys know my grandfather was a Baptist minister, and my family has some pretty like there's some pretty interesting theories on what I do. Um, I don't really have a problem with most of them, but they think like a lot of weird stuff about my candles. So I wanted to tell you guys like some of the history because I think a lot of people have some, I don't know, they have some weird thoughts about candles and candle magic or whatever. So, history lesson. Let's start with ancient Greece. We're going to go all over the place, all right? Ancient Greece. Candles were used in the worship of the moon goddess Artemis. So what they did was they baked a round cake to represent the full lunar cycle. They would bake little round cakes and they would put candles on them as a tribute. Doesn't that sound familiar? Like a birthday cake? Mm-hmm. So pagans believed that candles for someone's birthday had symbolic power because they believed that spirits visited you on your birthday, so the candles shielded you from the evil spirits. So there's that. I know. Hey Amber Melanie, how are you? So we're moving into the German really mouse. They would light two candles at the beginning of the day, like for somebody's birthday. They would light two candles. One was for the light of their life, and one was for the years to come. They would leave these candles burning all day. If a candle went out, they would light another one. And they were both blown out at the end of the day, and they were blown out by the person that had the birthday. And the smoke was sent to God so that the wish that they had in their mind could be fulfilled. Now, as time went on, they added a candle for every year that person lived. Does that sound familiar? Yes. Can candle magic bring my returns faster from the IRS? Funny, you should mention that, Lori. I did that for someone, a client of mine, a few weeks ago. It was during retrograde, so it was hellacious. But yes, we finally got her return in. It was crazy. It really was. We'll get to that, Lori, and I'll try to point it out when I get to it. The Swiss were very superstitious. They had the number of candles corresponded to the age of the person, but they were all blown out one by one. Very interesting. I kind of like that because I can never blow out like all of them. I mean, that's crazy, right? Especially with somebody with asthma. I mean, come on, give me a break. The ancient Egyptians and Crete used candles made of beeswax. They believed that the candle flames revealed mysterious things. They believed by staring into a candle flame that they could enter altered states of consciousness to see spirits or to see the future. They used candles and their flames to obtain answers in dreams. So the person would sit in a dark room or like a cave, more likely, and face south, stare into the flame of the candle until they saw a spirit or a god. You know, they all had lots of gods then. Depending on the religion at the time, is who they were looking for. Then they would lay down to go to sleep and receive messages to their questions in sleep from that spirit or that god. Yes. Hey, Andy. That is hilarious. You know, I could give it a good blow from now on. Oh my gosh, I hope there's no children listening. I'm so filthy. Hey, Kathleen. Okay. Ancient pagans were sort of criticized by the Catholic Church. What a shocker. But ancient pagans used candles in religious ceremonies. But the Catholic Church at the time said, and this is a quote, that pagan tradition is as useless as a lamp burning at noon. Now, gradually, beginning in the 4th century, candles were used during Christian rituals and ceremonies, and by the 12th century, they were being consecrated, placed on altars, used in blessings, they were used for absolving sins, and of course, they were used in exorcisms. Now, isn't that fascinating? A few hundred years, things start switching up, you know. People believe that holy candles protected them from witches and protected their livestock from danger and bewitchment. Isn't that crazy? I mean, they're gonna burn a candle to protect them from witches, but in the Middle Ages and in the Renaissance, during the Renaissance, witches were said to light candles as offerings of their fealty to the devil, which was portrayed by like a devil with a candle between two horns. Yeah, again. Witches were said to use holy candles to put curses on people, making the consecrated candles perverse. Like we can't consecrate our own damn candles. Jewish customs, I love this one. Jewish customs had lighting candles for the dead or dying to frighten away demons. And they also kept a candle lit in a room where a person died, and they would keep the candle lit in there for a week to purify the air. They had a lot of superstitions. I don't know if you know a lot of Jewish people. They have customs, but they're also a little superstitious. They may call it something else. That's my interpretation. Please don't get mad at me. I love myself some Jewish customs, though. I really do. Superstitions. If a candle flame burns blue, it means a ghost is nearby. The guttering candle means someone in the house is about to die. Christians partially adopted this custom later. And I'm talking about the customs of the candles for the dead or dying and lighting a candle in a room where a person died. So Christians did adopt those customs just for fun. I have a lot of notes. I ran out of space in this notebook. I ended up using it all. And now we are moving on to the next part. What was the color? What was the color? Someone going to die again? Oh, blue. Oh, no. It was guttering. It was guttering. It was the candle guttering. But the blue flame was that there was a spirit nearby or a ghost nearby. That was on actually several sites that I looked at. Several. Yeah, because here's what I wanted to tell you. In the Wiccan traditions, that in rituals, consecrated white candles are placed on the altar at all four quarters in a magic circle. If the ritual calls for it, candles are placed at the points of the pentagram, but most of the time they're just placed in north, south, east, west. Colored candles are used in magical spells. Each color has its own vibration, attribute, symbolism, and influences, which is something that I do follow. However, I don't want to say I'm cheap, because that has many connotations. I'm thrifty when it comes to money. So I use a ton of white candles. I charge them myself. I put them out in the moon, full moon, dark moon, whatever. I put them out in the moon. I put oils on them. I draw things on them. I mean, like, this is for balance. I put my stuff on here. I do have colorful candles. I mean, I've red. I have a black one here. But I use a lot of white candles, people. I use a lot of white candles because you can pretty much make a white candle for anything as long as you charge it with that energy. Okay? I do have some that I use for specific things. I'll be honest with you. And I even have some up here that are like more expensive candles. And these down here, which are more expensive candles, the candle company was having a hard time getting a lot of the materials and stuff that they needed during COVID, during the pandemic. So the price of the candles has gone up quite a bit. And again, I love these candles. I'm thrifty, but these are like $25 candles. And I'm just like, oh, I'm not burning that on a special occasion. You know, $25 candle, love you, but hang on, you know. So I love them, and they're wonderful candles. They're absolutely my favorite. They are the candles from Coventry Creations. You can buy them directly from them, coventrycreations.com. They're wonderful. They're huge. They burn for a while. They smell wonderful. They have little sayings on the back. They have nice little prayers, little chants that you can use that are on the back. They're really can't get this into focus. They're fantastic candles. I love them. I just can't always rationalize like buying 4 candles or paying my internet cable bill. You know what I'm saying? So, but these are candles that I absolutely love. If you can get them, if you can afford them, if the shop near you has them cheaper than $25, get them. But these are Coventry Creations. They also make them in a smaller size. And the smaller size is a little cheaper. Hey, Veronica! So, just letting you know. But these are wonderful, and I love them. And they're already charged. They're already charged, which is important. Because if somebody is lazy, okay, somebody's a little time conscious like myself, I'm going to rephrase these words. You know, it's time consuming to charge your own candles. It's time consuming to bless your own candles, but you can do it. You can absolutely do it. So, you can anoint your candles while, like rubbing oil on them. You can anoint them with oil. You can anoint them with herbs. You can absolutely anoint them with intention, with the moonlight, whatever. But you need to put that energy, like if you're doing it for something specific. So if I'm using this for healing for somebody, I'm going to put all of this energy in it, all this focus, and I'm going to say, this is specific for healing. This is healing emotional, physical, you know, whatever issues that they have, whatever wounds that they have. You anoint it, put oil on it, put herbs on it, put moonlight on it, sit it on a selenite, sit it on crystals, whatever you got. That's what you do. That's how you anoint your candle. That's how you make it what you want it. Then label it. Don't forget to label it, because if you have 1,400 white candles like I do, you will forget which one is the healing one and which one is the manifesting one. Label your stuff. Okay? We all get busy, and I get forgetful. I'm starting menopause, and I can't remember shit. So I'm telling you right now, label your stuff. I didn't mean to say shit. Sorry. Don't kick me off Facebook. So just to let you know, there's that. I use white candles for a litany of stuff. I love to go to Hispanic markets. You know, my husband is Hispanic. I love to go to the Hispanic markets, and I love to get their candles. Those people are religious. Am I right? Yeah, and I'm here for it. I am here for it. So I like to go to the Hispanic market, and I like to get their candles. I know, I like their energy because it's very passionate, and I'm in for it. So in candle magic, if you are trying to connect with angels, red and pink will connect you to Archangel Haniel, Haniel. I may be mispronouncing that. I'm from the South. That's what I do. If you are trying to connect with Archangel Haniel, Haniel, use red or pink and write their name on it. Otherwise, you will be looking at love and passion. If you want to connect with Archangel Michael, use gold or yellow. Archangel Michael is gold or yellow. Archangel Gabriel is white or silver. Archangel Gabriel is white or silver. And Archangel Gabriel is great for the throat chakra. Why? Because Gabriel is the announcer. Archangel Raphael is the healer. Archangel Raphael is the healer, and that is green or orange. Green or orange candles connect you with Raphael. Archangel Uriel is ice white and ice blue. Archangel Uriel is ice white and ice blue. This isn't on here, but there must be somebody in here wanting to know this. If you are wanting to connect with Archangel Ariel, I'm seeing jewel tone candles, like blue, like darker blue and purple, maybe. It's a jewel tone, like a vibrant emerald green, purple, or like that vibrant blue, like not a light blue, but a jewel tone blue. You guys know what I'm talking about? Like a sapphire, like a sort of sapphire blue. That will connect you with Archangel Ariel. It is not on my list, but that's on there. Hi, I'm so going to mispronounce your name, but welcome, Riddhi Sharma. Welcome to the channel. So that's how you connect with angels. Angels do not go to a specific religion. Angels are like universal, and they connect with everyone. So there you have that. Now, let's do some with the signs, shall we? Okay. If you're looking to connect with a Cancer sign, or if you're trying to work out something like whatever is in Cancer in your chart, pink is great for Cancer. Aries and Scorpio are great with the red candle. So whatever you have in Aries or in Scorpio, light a red candle. Okay, side note here. Your Scorpio placements right now in astrology are feeling lack. It's just what's going on with it's just whatever's happening with the transits right now. Anything that you have in a Scorpio placement is going to feel lack, or it's going to feel like you're not moving ahead, you're not making progress. That you're just like, why isn't this here? I've been asking for it, or I've been trying to grow this, or whatever. You're going to feel lack in that area. If you are trying to work with something in your Scorpio house right now and it's not coming to fruition, light a red candle. Okay? There's your side note. Okay, Taurus. If someone you love is a Taurus, I have that in my house. Or if there's something going on with the Taurus house in your chart, whatever house that is that's in your chart, or whatever's going on with those, the placements that are in your Taurus house, to help work through that, orange for Taurus. For Virgo and Gemini, wow. Putting those two together, ruled by Mercury. Yellow. So if you're trying to work with something in a Virgo or a Gemini placement, or if you're trying to work with a Virgo or a Gemini, light a yellow candle. Tell it what you need. And when I'm saying light these candles for these signs, if you need to heal something, or if something's not going right in that area of your chart, or if it's not working like the way it's supposed to, or you feel stuck or whatever, light a candle. Tell the candle what you're wanting it to do. Write it on here, okay? Because once we let that energy go, it's just like a prayer. Who said that? I don't think it was Toni Morrison. I think it was Maya Angelou, that you fling prayers to heaven. Yeah, because you're supposed to let it go. You can't keep bringing your prayer back, bringing your manifestation back, and saying, oh, let me polish it up a little bit more. No, let it go. Let it go. I'm not going to sing. Because then all of you will go away if I start singing. So write it on the candle, write it on the glass. If you have just a candle that, not in glass, write it on here with a toothpick or sharp edge. I always keep a pen that has run out of ink. I always keep an ink pen that's run out of ink to write on these things with, because it's the easiest way. And, I've already used all the ink in it, so what else is it going to do? Mouse, I got to tell you, you're right here. Okay, so Virgo and Gemini was last. Green is for Sagittarius. If you're trying to help somebody that's a Sagittarius, or if you have a lot of Sagittarius in your chart that you're trying to work through, or there's something going on, maybe you've got a Saturn returns in Sagittarius, or maybe it's a second Saturn return. That's not where Saturn is right now. Saturn's in Pisces. I'm just giving you examples. Sagittarius is green. And that makes sense because Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. Luck. Blue is Aquarius. You can also use blue for Virgo. Blue is Aquarius. Purple is Pisces, and a variation of purple, lavender, is for Libra. Purple is for Pisces, and lavender is for Libra. Gold, Leo, 100%. Leo, gold. For Cancer, or for the moon energy, silver. Silver. I would also venture to say white. That's my opinion. Brown is for Capricorn. And I think I covered them all. Yes. Okay. So that's for things in your chart. That's for things going on in your chart. I'm sorry. There's a cat here. He keeps blocking my stuff. I don't want you to think I'm making it up, so I'm just going to hold up a paw so you see. I mean, he's just so cute. I should turn on the second camera so that you can see him laid out like third base on my desk. Okay, so I've done whole candle magic stuff, like going through like specific things that you can use, like a white candle or a pink candle or whatever for. Just to let you know, here's what I like to do when I'm trying to bring in money. Here you go, Lori. This is what I like to do. I like to burn an emerald green candle for abundance. No, for money, for just straight money. Like a bright green color. Okay? That's what I like to burn for money. Then I like to burn a light green candle, just a couple of shades lighter than this. A light green candle for abundance. Now, to protect my money and my abundance, I burn a black candle with it. I like to burn little votive candles that are about this size when I do things of that nature. And I have a dish that I put multiple candles in, and then I write on the outside of the dish in a Sharpie or with the markers that you can, the whiteboard markers, you know what I'm talking about? Dry erase. Ha ha ha. Yeah. I write on it with a dry erase marker, and that way I can use the dish over and over and over again because it's glass. And I just write on the outside of it what I'm doing, money from the IRS, abundance for like your cash flow, protection over your money and abundance, whatever it is. Do you see what I'm saying? But I like to put it on there. I like to indicate it because once I light those candles, I step away from it. And I stop thinking about it, which is easier said than done because I'm obsessive. I'm a Virgo. What can I say? So I like to think about things over and over and over again, and that's how you mess up your manifestation. Yes, black is for protection. Light green is for abundance, and emerald green is for money. Again, this is how I do things. This is how I prefer to do things. And there are different, obviously there's different shades of colors. I mean, we're just talking about light blue, and ice blue is good for Uriel, but the darker, more sapphire blue is good for Ariel. So there's that. I light candles almost every single day of my life. I have lists of people over here that I'm lighting candles for. Whether I'm lighting candles for healing, whether I'm lighting candles for protection, I'm lighting candles for cleansing. I light candles for me and other people almost every single day of my life. It really, frankly, drives Mouse crazy. But you like to stare at them sometimes, don't you? I mean, look. Hey, everybody. Hey. Sorry. It's just kind of cracking me up to like play with his feet. Like, okay, I'll stop aggravating my cat. You know, I have Saturn in my 7th house, and I have many planets in my 8th house of Scorpio. Scorpio is a money house. I mean, 8th house is a money house. Hang on. So I've been working on a project. I have so many damn projects going right now. It's crazy. So I've been working on a project where I have been compiling like a bunch of like, you know how all the charts, the wheel, all the houses have different meanings? Well, I've obsessively been taking astrology classes the past few years. Like, I can't stop. So I have this from an astrology class. I have this from an astrology class. I have like, oh, that was the blank one. Okay. But I have a bunch of these different wheels, and they're all slightly variable. Okay. So I've been compiling my own and making Jennifer's astrology wheel and what the houses mean. Yeah, I'm scary like that. So the 8th house is money. It's money. And if your 8th house is ruled by Scorpio, you need to light a red candle on top of all this. But the 8th house is it's taxes, therapists, the underworld. It's kind of an idle place. It's ideas, not getting credit, not getting what you desire. It's your work with other people's stuff, but it's money. It's money. A lot of times it's money going out, but it can also be money coming in. The 2nd house is definitely our finances and our support, and it's how we support ourselves. But 8th house is also investment. So, yeah, it's investments, it's inheritance, it's all of that. So that's very interesting that Scorpio's in that and that you're dealing with that there, Lori. So that's something that you need to pay attention to. I would definitely light a red candle for the Scorpio house and write Scorpio house on it, 8th house, and light that up and see if you can get some movement there, because the Scorpio placements right now in your astrology chart are feeling lack. They're feeling stuck. And like, I'm not feeling lack in my business, but I'm feeling lack of some of the things that I have been, the projects that I've been doing, the things that I've been investing in, and the things that I've been working on. It's been a big slowdown. It's been a major slowdown and like total hassles and stuck. So if that helps at all. Alicia, I am so glad you're here. Okay, so I want to go back to, and this is a story for another day, so I will go over like my view of the astrology wheel and let you guys know my compilation. So I feel like in my business, I keep burning it for a long while. Let's do it sporadically, because right now we're actually in the waning moon. So this isn't the best time to manifest, but we all got lives to lead. So go ahead and start lighting them, because this is something that you're actively trying to bring in. So when we get to that new moon, the thing is, the next new moon is an eclipse. It's a solar eclipse in Libra. So this eclipse season, eclipses are chaos anyway, but this eclipse season is not going to be as bad as it was last year at this time. last year at this time, it was just all effed up. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. It was all messed up. I mean, it was just like North Node, Uranus, and all this is happening in Taurus, and it was just like, stop! And then the transits, it was just this crazy, crazy stuff happening. This year, it's not as bad. This year, it's not as bad. Like, we're going to see things sort of breaking up and things sort of starting to happen with these eclipses. So we've got the new moon solar eclipse in Libra, and then towards the end of the month, we have the lunar eclipse. It's a Taurus moon, but the sun's in Scorpio. So Taurus full moon lunar eclipse with the sun in Scorpio. So let's go ahead and get that energy out there, Lori. And then when we hit that new moon energy, like the day after the new moon hits its peak, go to town. Because hopefully you'll see some movement by then. That's like the 14th. I'm sorry, I already made that video and I wrote it down and I can't remember. But I believe it's the 14th. So I would kind of like do them, like burn your candles, especially if they're votive candles, burn them until they go out. Like wait a few days, feel the energy, see how you feel, sort of tap into your intuition. If you feel like you need to light another red candle of this size, then go to it. If you feel like, you know, you need to hold off on the other 3 for a minute, if you're doing it that way, you know, just hold tight. But you can always, like, I mean, sometimes I keep a candle going all through retrograde because I'm double ruled by Mercury. The Mercury retrogrades, and this last one was especially hard for me, and it was because Venus was also retrograde, and it was especially hard for me, and I was like, we're going to have to keep the candle going all during this. So for safety purposes, you don't want to leave a candle unattended, right? You don't want to leave a candle unattended in your home, especially with cats that like will knock stuff down, especially if they're interested in it, or dogs. So what I do, I have a tiled in shower stall in my master bathroom. I will put my candles in there and I'll shut the door so nobody can get to it. And if the candles turn over during the shower, there's nothing for them to burn. That's what I do. I'm not suggesting that you leave candles unattended, though. I'm not suggesting that. I've also been known to put them in my kitchen sink, in the bathroom sink, because I don't like to leave them out where my cats will knock them down, or I will knock them down. I mean, let's be honest, I'm a clumsy fool here. So I'll put them like in, you know, in that. If I'm going to be at home or if I'm just sitting here at my desk, I'll sit them in front of me and I'll keep an eye on them. But that's what I do. If I leave, I put them out. I put them out. Now, there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people that say don't blow out your candles. I have been known to say that myself. Don't blow out the candles. You blow out the energy. I'm not as inclined to believe that little bit of superstition anymore. But everybody has their own methods. Everybody has their own practice. And whatever you choose to do, I'm with you. So you can pinch out the flame. You can smother it out, not with your hand, with something, you know, something glass. That will smother out the flame, something metal. You can smother out the flame. You can use a candle sniffer, you know, the sniffer thing that like puts it out. Or you can blow it out, gun it up, whatever you want to do. Because the smoke, as we have seen through history, is sending your wishes out for them to be answered. I like it. Okay, so let's talk about how the candle is burning. Okay, because I still have a few minutes. Let's talk about how the candle is burning. Okay, a clean, steady, strong burn. This generally means that we're in a good place. your intent is clear, everything's been successful, like whatever manifestation or prayer or whatever that you've sent out is like, we're in a good place. If the candle's burning in glass, which I do that a lot, and there's no wax or residue or scorching or blackening where the candle flame is, then there's a good chance that your intentions will work in your favor and you will receive your answer or wish quickly. Okay, and this is from, okay, I saved the site, but I don't have it to give them credit right now. But I will give these people credit because this was a really good site. They also sell jewelry and I loved it. So, why don't I have the site? I'll have to post that. I'm so sorry. Can also put out candles in an aluminum pan with sand in the bottom. Yes. Oh, Kathleen, that's really good. So if you're not using a glass container, if you're using a free candle here, a freestanding candle, put it in an aluminum pan with sand in the bottom, all of which you can get at the Dollar Tree. Yeah. For $1.25, not $1. I know. A slow weak burn. This could point to a weekly conducted spell, prayer, or intention. Refocus your energy. Refocus. Maybe you need to tune it up. Maybe you need to redirect. Maybe you need to put some time and effort in. If the flame starts to grow larger, it means that it's gaining power and you're headed in the right direction. A candle that hisses, sizzles, crackles, or pops. Boy, that sounds like Rice Krispies, doesn't it? Listen closely. The one whom the message is directed is responding. Somebody's trying to work with you. The louder the sound becomes, the stronger their will is to communicate with you. So somebody could be trying to communicate with you. A candle that will not burn at all. That means that you need to do some cleansing, some smudging, the room, yourself, just purify your intention. And like to remove the negative energies. This is where I really like to use mugwort. And I use mugwort when I do clearings on people and places. I use a lot of mugwort. Lately, I've been using a lot of mugwort. I know. Okay, a candle that only burns on one side. Expect a partial response because it's like incomplete intention. This could mean that there are things that are unresolved or unsettled. And it could also be the type of candle, to be honest with you. So refocus your intention, like polish it up, fine tune it, or find a better candle and try again. Okay, a candle that burns very fast and burns quickly, burns unevenly, indicates that something was not right. Try it again. It also could be that it's not a right time. Okay? And it definitely, if it has a controlled even or fat, if it has a controlled or even burn, even if it burns fast, it means that your spell was like successful. But if it burns unevenly and it's just all over the place and it just crashes, something's going on. Something's going on. So I have like more here. Oh, I like this one. Okay. What are y'all saying? I swear you need to write a book. I'm making notes on Post-its, the only thing in my car. Oh, Lori. Okay, Lori, email me. Ask Alethea. It may take me days or even weeks to get back to you, but I will get back to you. I just, like, I thought I was going to have help at this time of the year, but I don't. Email me at metaphysicalroundtable@gmail.com and say, I want the candle note. Some of it I already have. Some of it I already have typed up. It seriously may take me days or weeks to get back to you. I have too many irons in the fire, and I'm trying to get to it. But some of this I already have typed up. Some of it already has like the where I've like got it from other people's work, and I want to cite their work because I don't want to hijack their stuff. So I want to make sure that if I'm handing out stuff that I do in classes, that it has the work cited on it, like where I got it from or the places that I received it from. So I have some of it already typed up, not all of it. Okay. But we'll get this. Oh, good. The book is almost done. Oh my, yes, the book would be great. Oh my gosh, y'all are hilarious. Okay. I write a book. I'm expecting all you heifers to buy a copy. Okay. Sorry. It's hilarious. Okay, a candle flame that dances. Okay. You may be looking at your ritual candle burning and asking yourself, why is it moving around so much? Some candles flicker and some move in a steady dancing rhythm. If your candle's fire seems to dance, this is a sign that there's a lot of energy present, but maybe not the kind that you want. Yes, I'll give you discounts. But it not necessarily the kind of energy that you want. Okay, it could be, but it also couldn't, may not be. Unlike the flickering burn, a waving, dancing burn is a sign of high chaotic energy. If the fire is tall and bright, the spell is a success, but it will have a twist. If it's low or weak, it could come with a lot of complications. I love this. This is my favorite explanation for this. It's my favorite definition. I love it. If you see multiple flames in a wick, 2 or more flames on a single candle could indicate that either someone is working alongside you or someone is working against you. It depends on your intention. It could either mean unity or separation. I've burned candles to see if I see 2 flames, to see if somebody's working against me. Like I'm actively seeking that. So I will burn a candle to see if there's somebody working against me. And then when I finally get the candle with 1 flame, I'm like, okay, they've gone away. Now, can I get some help? And then I ask, is somebody working with me? And I ask, and I see the wick either with 1 or 2 flames. That's what I do. I mean, because I do use these as a divination tool as well. Okay. So I lost my place. What? Ladies and gentlemen, mouth. Since a split flame in a ritual candle can indicate duality or conflicting energy, you may need balance and harmony. And the person conducting the ritual should pay close attention to their intentions and consider who may be working against them. A blue flame, as we talked about, is a color of spirit. If a flame burns blue, it means there's a lot of spiritual energy pouring into it, or there is a spirit close by. And I just got to turn the page. Just give me a second. I just got to turn the page. Yeah. Red or yellow candle flame. I think we've seen this. Like we've seen like some of the flames that'll be like red or more yellow or orange. Okay. Let's just get comfortable, okay? If your flame burns red or yellow, it means that your working is being powered by regular worldly energy. And I think you want to invite more spirit in. Yeah. We've been working on healing for him, actually. He's got a little got a little skin placed on him. Okay, flames flickering in different directions. Now, this is hard for me because I'm not really good with the whole north, south, east, west. I have to get the compass out on my phone and check it. So I just, that's a lot. But if your flame flickers, and you need to check for drafts too. If there's no draft, if your flame flickers north, it's for a mundane reason, not a spiritual reason. If it's to the east, it means the mental aspects of your spell or prayer will be successful. To the south means that there's a lot of physical power in your manifestation or your prayer or whatever. To the west means that there's a lot of emotional energy involved. Yeah. Now, here's the other thing that I like is the smoke. I know. Well, for Christmas sake, if you can just give me a second, Mel. Okay, the smoke. Puffs of white smoke. This is a good sign, and it indicates that your intentions were heard and will be granted. There's blessings there. Puffs of black smoke. There's something or somebody in the way, perhaps working against you. There's negative energies that need to be fought or purged. If the smoke drifts towards you, this is if you're trying to draw something towards you like love or money, this is a good sign because you're attracting what you seek. If it's in a ritual, if you're doing something in a ritual, then it can be a bad sign like a jinx. So you may need to clear yourself and that negative energy because you don't want it to stick to you. This says you will not be able to get away from the consequences of your actions. So if you have bad actions or if you have something going on like that, that's a bad thing. But it can also mean like somebody is trying to jinx you. If the smoke is drifting away from you, that can mean that something is slipping away from you, and it's not always a good sign. Unless you're trying to send the healing energy out, you're trying to send something positive out, this could be that the energy is going where it's supposed to go. So you see how there's different versions? Yeah? Yeah. Okay, if the candle burns clean without wax drift, then everything is going according to plan. It's a good thing. And if there's no mess and no remains, then again, this is like, it's like going in the right direction and there's nothing else to tell you right now. Then there was something about, this is what I wanted to say. Black bits in the melted wax of the candle. And I don't always have, I'm looking for something that I have that in. I don't have it. Okay, I don't have any to show you. I was trying to have stuff to show you. Black bits. If the candle's wick sheds as it burns, it will leave small black crumbles in the wax. This can signify that success will come, but it could bring baggage with it. So like if the example that's given, if you're doing a love, like something for love, then you could leave broken hearts behind. It could have unintended consequences. So there may be some cleaning up to be done if you continue with it. If wax remains of the candle, if there's leftover wax sticking to the sides, and sometimes that happens, like make a note of where they are on the candle, like what's there. It can mean that you have unfinished business in this area and that you may need to do more work to resolve those difficulties. Let's see, if the candle, and two, if you overload your candles with like herbs and like, especially if it's a decorative candle, and you know I'm here for it. I love pretty stuff. But if it has too many crystals or too many herbs in it or whatnot, it could leave stuff in the bottom. But I honestly like to read those. That's just me. So I like to just read and see what's left, but that's just me. So that's that. If white soot represents spiritual health, while black soot represents challenges. So if black soot appears near the top of the candle and turns white further down, it means the challenge was overcome. I know. I don't see a lot of soot in my candles. Again, it's not something I see, but you know, there we are. But I have remains of candles like all the time. And a lot of times I just reuse them. I know. Hey, Courtney, how are you? So I know, like, I overloaded you guys with information about candles tonight, but I want you guys to see that it's a lot like using the cards. There's a little variation on things. There's variations on some of these things. Like, okay, the Five of Swords. All right, the Five of Swords in the traditional tarot means winning by default, but it can also mean a hollow victory. It can also mean guilt over the win. Do you see how there's some variations there? I'm trying to think of something else. Like, okay, the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands could be getting you out of your comfort zone. It could be looking outside of your comfort area, but it could also be contemplating choices. Yeah, there's lots of different interpretations with some of these cards, that they have a meaning, they have like a base meaning, but there's some variations that are in there. And it's taken me a long time to see that. It really has. So it's like the Lover's card. The Lover's card in the tarot, you know, it can be about love, it can be about romance, but it can also be what you're passionate about. It can be about you chasing after your passion. It can also be anger, because anger is a form of passion. Can you burn for family members? Oh, hell yes. Alicia, I burn candles for a lot of people. Now, I do get their permission. I'm like, is it okay if I burn a healing candle for you? Is it okay if I burn like a cleansing candle for you? And I have a list of people that I'm constantly working on. And so if somebody on Facebook says, hey, I need some healing energy at this time, I'm like, I'm lighting a candle for you. I've got it. I'm sending it out. So that's what I do. I have lit candles for family members. Yeah, I told you guys my aunt's husband recently passed away. And right after her husband passed away, like not even a full week later, it was like 5 days, she fell and broke her arm. So, you know, there's just like lots of things going on. She is a Scorpio. So there's lots of things going on. And so I lit a candle for her. I just thought she would appreciate it. What do you think? Can you believe that he likes to be held like this? He likes to be held like a baby. I'm thinking of getting one of those little, like, harness things that I can just put him in and walk around and get work done while I'm holding him. Do you know how hard it is to spread cards when you're holding somebody like this? Yeah, but you absolutely can burn it for family members. And remember, I've touched these candles, so now my fingers are black. Remember, mothers can send angels to their children. I can't send angels to you guys, not without you like opening up and allowing them in, because we all have free will. But mothers can send angels to their children. There's a loophole. Mothers can send angels to their children. I cannot send them to Alethea and Courtney and Lori and Veronica. I can't send them to Lori out there, but I can definitely send them to my kids. I can send them to you guys all the live long day. But if you guys don't open up, you have free will and you don't have to accept their help. And if I send them to you, what if you don't recognize them and you're like, what is that? What is that? No, go away. You know, you wouldn't know that I was trying to send you something good. You may not recognize them. They may not be your chosen angels. Do you see what I'm saying? It can get a little sketchy out there. What do you think, Mel? Okay. If you could just like, yeah, there you go. Part of my ear. That's okay. I just need a hand. Okay? There you go. Okay. So, do you guys have any questions about like some of this stuff with the candles? I hope I didn't bore you too much with the history, but you'll know I love the history. I do. Mel. Yeah. I don't know what's going on with him. He's just so much fun. Can you just let me finish up, okay? I know. Just let me finish up. Just let me finish up. So, all right, there you have it. I do buy a lot of candles from the Hispanic market and from the Dollar Tree, to be honest with you. And then I come home and doctor them up. I love hearing that how you can contact Archangel Ariel, because Archangel Ariel, people that are connected to animals, people that are connected to like the planet, environmentalism, all of that, Archangel Ariel is fantastic for environmentalists, for people that work with animals, or yeah, I mean, she's pretty fantastic, especially with the ocean. So if you have an affinity for the ocean, or if you have something going on with the ocean, like some sort of connection, Archangel Ariel is your girl. And she's a wonderful archangel, but and I think they call her the lioness or something, because there's always lions or tigers around her, some kind of big cat. But that's also it's nice to know what candles that she connects with, and that is what is that? Jewel tones. So like jewel tone green, jewel tone blue, like that sapphire blue, and purple. Because purple is also associated with Pisces. That makes perfect sense. Yeah. It is the $1.25 tree. It is the $1.25 tree. Yeah. So that's joyful. Is that right, Mel? You're gonna knock my stuff down. Who helps with gifts like death doulas? Archangel Azrael. Azrael is the one who like helps people cross over, helps people transition. Azrael? Yeah, I'm almost like 75% sure it's Azrael. He helps people, he helps comfort people that are like here grieving. He helps comfort the grieving, but he also helps people transition. He helps people cross over. So people that work with like people that transition a lot, like hospice people, you can really see Archangel Azrael around them. And I've seen him in churches. Where is that book? Yeah, I think it's Archangel Azrael. If it's not, Lori, I will email you, but you got to send me your email address because, I'll forget. But yeah, Archangel Azrael. And I have this wonderful book from, I have this wonderful book. I don't know where it is, but it's by Doreen Virtue. And I know she's like, whatever, she's changed. And she said to burn all her books and cards, but I'm not going to do that because they're wonderful reference materials. And she did a whole book on Ascended Masters and Archangels, and I love it. It's a fantastic book. But it is Archangel Azrael, Azrael or Rael, Azrael or Real. And wouldn't it surprise me, Lori? I mean, because the people that help other people transition or, make big changes or, if they're dealing with a lot of grief, he's your dude. Okay. Any questions tonight? Love this group. Oh my gosh. I want to thank again the beautiful witch, La Hermosa Bruja, for allowing me to stream. Thank you, Carrie. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Y'all, she has an amazing page. She has an amazing audience. And let me tell you, she has an amazing website. And I have reviewed her stuff. It's awesome. I use her stuff. She's fantastic. It's reasonably priced and it's great quality. I want to emphasize that again. It is great quality. So please, if you have the opportunity, go check her out. It's the beautiful witch, La Hermosa Bruja. And Carrie, you are fantastic as always. And but it is, she's on Facebook. She's on TikTok. I don't know if she's on Instagram, but I know she's on Facebook. I know she's on TikTok and YouTube. I know. But her audience is really growing on TikTok and Facebook. So, I love to see it. Okay. If there's no questions, I will see you guys next week. And you know what I'm going to say? Until we see each other again, get out there and make your magic. Bye, you guys.